Oh, you know, years ago when I started, 1939, there's a job for life till you're 65. Because I started on the footplate, you know. I was driving steam, you know, but the Taunton on steam engines. That was a good job when I started. You had to be vaccinated, you had to get references to come on the job. Any criminal offences, or if you was a jailbird, well, you wouldn't look at it, you know, they wouldn't entertain it at all. You had to be, you know, select people, they was years ago, like, you know, railwayman. Always ended doing family affairs, as you know. I suppose you've heard them talk about it, read books about it. And my father was a shunter at Fremantle Station. I had an uncle, he's still living now, 82 at Exeter, he was signal telegraph. They used to run a passenger train from Allwood Junction to Torrington and back again, see, and they used to take on mix if they wanted it. If they had empties to go on, or you'd take them with the coach, see, and they'd come on the back here with a guards van. You know, when you think back over, they didn't use it a lot. They had a service, they used to run a coach mixed train, see, with a coach there in case there was passengers, which is fair enough, and they always brought the clay in. The clay traffic was the traffic that was paying, say, but they always put a coach on there for the clay workers, which they paid for their fares, and also any passengers was travelling, you know, if they wanted to use for market passes and different things like that. There's railway packers, their wives used to come in Fridays, you know, from Yard and Watergate and places like that, you know, when you come into Torrington, do their shopping and go home again, you know, years ago. But then when the car come in, say, they never bothered with it. And they cut the service out, they cut it down, they cut the coaches out, say, they took clay away, and left it clay only. And when the lot went, and from it, they used to have all the cranes there and everything, see, and the clay boats used to come up and berth in the docks down there, see, and the clay used to come up from Beacon Bar, see. When they pushed at Exeter, they ring Barnstable early morning to say, "Do you want engine down there?" For shunting, see, because sometimes they got to pull these cement wagons up, say they blokes can't get at them for their uppers, you know, that big silo down there, you know. They got to pump it into there, see, from the railway wagon. They come down light yesterday, light engine from Exeter to Barnstable, to take back 7 vehicles. That was 3 resin and 4 empty cement. And I've known them come down here, light engine down and light engine back, nothing to go back. And they tell about saving diesel. If they want the engine, they have the engine down. They just ring up and say, "There's nothing to come down. If you don't want the engine, us can do it. It's got to send one to Taunton. There's a breakdown. You got to go out and pull a dead engine in." So fair enough, they'll ring up then, see, but other times, if they got plenty, they'll send the bloody thing down light, and you come back light, just to make a couple of moves here. Well, yes, right up to midnight, you know, up to late in the evening. I mean, say, I've been out shunting years ago when they used to have steam engines here in the shed and all working properly. I've been working here till 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, from late turn. And men still working all night, you know, engines in the shed and all. It's just busy, but, oh, it's just terrible to see it go on. They call it modernisation, but it hurts some people. It hurts me sometimes. I get depressed over it, you know, sometimes, because I've seen it all in full swing, you know. You can say, "Oh God, blimey, this is the end of your life," like, you know, you've seen it flourish, and it's right up to the top of the ladder, and it's gradually going down to nothing, you know. That's what I've done this morning. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. See, that one's just cleared at 12:59. The next one down is not down till 13:58. Look. There he is. 13:58 off Exeter. Some nights, you know, you go perhaps a couple of nights, there won't be anybody at all. And then they say, if you use it, you know, you get about 5 or 6, you know, which is very unusual, because the other train they had before, the 21:55 up, God blimey, used to go back empty Stockbury every night. There was nobody there. But you had to go back later, see? It's queer, isn't it? When you look at it. They cut the miles out. It's all going to be road. Yeah. Well, this year, yeah. They started the 21st of January. They cut it out there. This railway don't want it, do them? They don't want this line, it's just going, you know. Yeah, I think it'll go in the end. Obviously, that's just it's boring, isn't it? The bus service, that's their intentions. I think British Railways, they don't bother much about this line now, see? Bureaucrats, eh? Marshall, all doing this, what, see? The bus service, that's their intentions. I think British Railways, they don't bother much about this line now, see? No, British Railway even mentioned the men, see, because they'd be getting jobs and getting out of it. They leave them in the lurch, see, but obviously they stop on now, see, because redundancy and that, you know, get a bit of payment, but you know, a lot of railwaymen get, you know, the stinking blooming pay they get. They say £100 plus couple, and I picked up my wages this week. You know, there's a classification of box of working here now, £74. Take home, well, what the hell's in it? And we say, well, man, it's the same. Eric, he took home 73. You may go up to about 99 if you get a Sunday in. But, God, blimey, there's no money in it, is there? Oh, it's bloody terrible at wages, honestly. When they get this new place at, what do they call it, Sanford Peveril, or what it is, that their new station at Tiverton? They're going to put a new station there. They had it on the telly last night to serve the west of England. There's so many trains stopping there to pick up the people, and they said after that's made, the station's finished and they've completed this bypass, this blooming line will go. And they said about 10 years time. Well, I've been up here about 8 now. You see, well, it's going on that way, that. It's getting near the end of it.